Good morning and welcome to Cincinnati. We're standing at the very spot where this Friday and Saturday countless Swifties, folks from near and far, will be coming together to gear up for an absolute spectacle. The big weekend is coming fast, and here in Cincinnati we are ready and fired up to host such a special cultural event. Our city departments, in partnership with Hamilton County officials, have long been planning for Taylor Swift and the Eras Tour at Paycor Stadium. And we know how to manage big events in Cincinnati. The banks are designed exactly for these opportunities, and we can't wait to welcome Taylor Swift and the San Diego Padres to the banks on the same weekend. This morning, you'll hear from our tourism and stadium operations leaders about our plans to make this the smoothest event possible, and about the extraordinary economic impact we're anticipating for the greater Cincinnati area. We're also pleased to have representatives from the Cincinnati Police Department and Cincinnati Parks who can be available for questions. Before I kick it over, I just want to lift up all the amazing work that has gone on to creating this upcoming weekend. All of our regional partners, the county, the incredible teams at Visit Cincy, the Bengals and the banks, and within our city, our police department, our fire department, parking, public services, parks, DOTE, and our city manager's office. Events of this scale take incredible teamwork, and I'm proud to say that we have the best team in the world. Next up, I'd like to introduce Julie Calvert from Visit Cincy.
Thank you, Mayor Aftab. Well, good morning. My name is Julie Calvert, President and CEO of Visit Cincy, and this is the week that we've all been waiting for, where tens of thousands of Swifties will descend upon our city and our region and spending $92 million while they're here in Cincinnati. It's an exciting week for our hospitality community, and we are ready to roll out the hospitality red carpet for all the Swifties visiting Cincinnati. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour in Cincinnati puts us on the national stage as we are the only city in all of Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky to host this incredible event. Our downtown hotels are sold out and have been for months now, and our restaurants are ready to serve the thousands of fans who enjoy the Taylor Swift concert. In partnership with the Cincinnati Regional Chamber's Center for Research and Data, we calculate the potential overall impact of Taylor Swift's upcoming two-night performance at Paycor Stadium. Total consumer spending at hotels, concert tickets, transportation, food, and beverage over the 2 days could reach $92 million. Of that spending, about $48 million will be newly generated spending in economic activity that would not have occurred had the Taylor Swift Eras Tour not included a stop in Cincinnati. So we are proud to host. We are ready to welcome. Hotels are ready. Restaurants are ready. The city is ready. This region is ready. All we need is Taylor Swift. So bring her on. Thank you.
And now it's my honor to introduce Katie Blackburn, our fearless leader of our Bengals and the host of the Taylor Swift concert, Katie Blackburn.
Hi, I very briefly just wanted to say how excited we are to host Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour at Paycor Stadium. It's going to be a great venue for the event with over 120,000 fans visiting between Friday and Saturday night, not to mention everyone else that will be around for the Reds game and in the banks for the weekend. I hope that everyone really enjoys their time in Cincinnati, their time at Paycor Stadium, and all of the Taylor Swift music. And really with that, I want to turn it over to our Director of Stadium and Event Operations, Dwayne Herring, who has a little more information to pass along to those who will be coming down.
Thanks, Katie. I've had the privilege of working for the Bengals and working Bengals home games for the past 8 years, and we are thrilled to welcome all Taylor Swift fans to Paycor Stadium this weekend. Most importantly, I want to share with fans to go visit Bengals.com/Taylor Swift for all information about this weekend's concerts. At Bengals.com/Taylor Swift, fans can find a stadium map to locate their gate, mobile ticket instructions, parking information, as well as information on merch sales. The official merchandise trailer for the Taylor Swift The Eras Tour will begin on Thursday, just out here on the banks on Race Street, just south of Freedom Way. On Thursday, the hours of that merch trailer will be from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And that trailer, which opens at noon on Friday and Saturday, again, is located on Race Street, just south of Freedom Way. We do recommend all fans having a plan in place before they come down to Paycor Stadium, and that includes adding your mobile ticket to your digital wallet like Apple Pay or like Apple Wallet or Google Pay. The gates to the shows will open up at 4:30 p.m. on both days, and the concert should end around 11:15 p.m. And I'll be around afterwards to answer any questions.
Our next speaker is Tracy Schwegman from the Banks.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Tracy Schwegman with the Banks, and it is my honor and privilege to welcome all of the Taylor Swift fans who will be here this weekend, and all of the Reds fans who will be here this weekend, and all of the Brady Center fans who will be there this weekend. As you know, the Banks was built to do these types of things, and our 20 establishments here are thrilled and ready, prepared to serve and welcome folks with special menus and live entertainment and photo opportunities and trivia contests and all sorts of things to welcome and entertain folks, no matter what your reason for coming here. Importantly, we at the Banks are also thrilled to be hosting the official Tailgate. What is a tailgate, you ask? It is a street party. That means the blocks behind you this weekend on Friday and Saturday from 12 to 7 will be transformed into Swiftinati. That means extra food trucks and extra beverage stations and extra seating and phone charging stations and live entertainment, and importantly, friendship bracelet making stations and glitter makeup stations and hair braiding stations, photo opportunities, and more. Again, the Banks was built for this. We have an 85-acre Dora district and 20 beautiful acres in Smale Riverfront Park, and we look forward to welcoming the hundreds of thousands of folks who will be down here this weekend. As mentioned, if you're coming, have a plan, come early, and pack your patience. So for all Swifties and non-Swifties, we encourage you to come down, make a bracelet, and have fun. Thank you. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Tracy. To end this press conference, it's my honor to offer a proclamation on behalf of City Hall, talking about the extraordinary opportunity for the city and Paycor Stadium to host Taylor Swift. And it says, now therefore I, Aftab Pureval, Mayor of the City of Cincinnati, do hereby proclaim June 30th as Taylor Swift Day in Cincinnati. Congratulations, everyone. We're so excited to host Taylor Swift, to host the San Diego Padres. It's going to be an extraordinary weekend here in Cincinnati. And with that, we'll take any questions that you might have. Does everyone have their tickets? Yes, go ahead.
Talk to us a little about security plans, what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that a lot of folks actually would consider, the recent events over the last few weeks.
Yep.
And talk to us a little about what you plan.
Yeah, public safety is always a top priority for us, but particularly when we're expecting hundreds of thousands of people coming to our urban core, the Banks, the Reds, Great American Ballpark, and also Paycor Stadium. We expect both venues to be packed. It's going to be an extraordinary event here in our city. Lots of energy and lots of people. And with that, we are on high alert to ensure the public safety for all Cincinnati residents and all the folks who are coming into town. What we have announced recently is our police department is using overtime to ensure that we have as much visibility as possible in our urban core. We are expanding our patrols, specifically our police officers who are on bicycles, to again make sure that they have mobility, have visibility, and can respond to things very, very quickly. We have deployed CDRT and SWAT for every weekend this summer, but particularly this weekend. And everyone will be on high alert. As each speaker has mentioned, what we are primarily concerned with is traffic flow and congestion, and having a plan is critically important. And I hope part of that plan includes getting downtown early. As was mentioned, whether it's Swiftinati Festival or the Tailgate whether it's all the fantastic local businesses, restaurants and bars that we have here. Come down early afternoon, avoid the traffic, celebrate Cincinnati, and that'll be the easiest way to ensure that people can get downtown quickly and safely. Yes?
Chief, are you ready to talk about road closures so people can start getting an idea of the traffic pattern?
Sure. So I've got Captain Adam Henney here, Central Business Section Commander, with the details. But yes, anticipate street closures, congestion. As Tracy said, pack your patience, come early. But I'll let Adam talk specifically to street closures for you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Adam Henney. I'm the Central Business Section Commander. I think the best thing for us to do here is for you to go on the website through the PIO's office. There's way too many closures and suggestions about traffic flow to go over at this press briefing, so please go to the website they brought up to you, and all of that information will be provided to you there. Yes, ma'am.
Are there any tips for parents who are bringing children? Because that's something different than we typically see in the Bangle games, the Friends games. How can we help them know what to do?
So there's specific drop-off points that are referenced on those maps for those parents that want to bring children down here, and also for pickup. And also there's suggestions on how to keep communication with those kids throughout the event. Once again, we have designated areas for them to drop off and pick up, which will help us ease our traffic flow into these stadiums. Are you speaking about 2nd Street specifically? So we've had a half a dozen meetings or so with traffic engineering and also representatives of all the stadiums, and utilizing best practices from the past. We put together a comprehensive plan to where we are confident that we're going to be able to get traffic moving in and out as best as possible. I'm sorry, I don't know if it is or not.
Yeah, we'll answer the Underground Transit Center. What I want to make clear, though, is that given the amount of people that will be in this specific area, traffic and congestion is going to happen. It's going to help everyone mitigate that by getting here early. If you're trying to get a ride share before or after the events, I would highly encourage you to try and just walk a few blocks north into the city to try and disperse some of the ride share activity so that we don't have, to your point, a choke point on 2nd Street that is that dominoes into further congestion in this area. So if you're a pedestrian trying to get a ride share, dispersing up north into the city is going to help everybody. But I'll bring up Dwayne to talk about the transit center.
I want to mention one thing that we've been encouraging folks to do, and you'll see it on websites, is if you are bringing friends and family down, just park once and stay. You know, we've got lots of establishments both here and throughout downtown that can accommodate you while your youngsters or your family and friends might be enjoying the concert. So come down, park, stay, have a plan to meet up with them afterwards, and then depart. It kind of will help with some of that traffic and congestion as well if you can get off the road and just stay for a while and meet up, have a plan to meet up with your folks after the event.
I couldn't agree more with what Tracy just said. Come down, stay, enjoy the banks. But as far as rideshare is concerned, we actually have designated a lot on the west side of Paycor Stadium. We're calling Hilltop North. It's right across from our IEL practice facility, the indoor facility that was just built. And we've worked with Uber and with Lyft to ensure that their drivers know and that their passengers know. So that's a designated area that's close walk but keeps you out of the main congestion of the traffic. And all anybody requesting a ride while they're whether they're requesting to come to Paycor Stadium or leave Paycor Stadium, they'll be directed to head to that lot where we've got great coordination with the City of Cincinnati and with CPD to ensure that it's a safe area, but also is a convenient area and should help reduce congestion. same restrictions plus. So again, the list is lengthy, but I do encourage you visit Bengals.com/Taylor Swift, where you can find all the prohibited items in terms of what is or isn't allowed into the stadium. So our Wi-Fi, we know, is state of the art at Paycor Stadium. So we, again, on the website it tells you this, but we strongly encourage you connect to free jungle Wi-Fi while you're at the stadium, where we were very confident and bullish on our bandwidth and our ability to carry what the demand is.
Another quick question is, the Coast Guard put something out talking about, there's going to be a lot of down on the river. Can anybody talk about what needs to be looking for down there, or what needs to be doing, or what's happening out along the river?
Go ahead.
We are expecting more boats travelers on the Ohio River. Our communications between our law enforcement and Coast Guard have been consistent. We don't expect any issues there. There will be more people on the river, so being cautious and demonstrating good practices on the water is always our message. But we're not expecting so many boats that any special precautions have to be taken. The other thing I'll say, I think you're right to be focused in on the congestion and on the amount of people here. But I do want to also emphasize the various infrastructure that we have to help with this. You don't just have to come to the banks and park here. You can park in Over the Rhine and Pendleton, other places. You can jump on the streetcar, and that's another efficient way to disperse the congestion, use our public transportation to get people in and out of the downtown area quickly. So again, part of your plan does not have to be just parking here at the banks. You can park in other parts of our downtown, use a streetcar to come down here. Now we're relying on our federal partners, the county law enforcement through the sheriff's office and our CPD as well. Go ahead. Yep. Yeah, we fully expect thousands of people to be in this area, even if they don't have Reds tickets or Taylor Swift tickets. I'll let CPD weigh in on that.
Thank you. Yes, you're correct. We fully anticipate tens of thousands of individuals down here in the Banks area and other parts of the city who are not attending one or two of the events. So we are prepared for that. Again, compliance is all we're asking for, appropriate behavior, and then everybody, including the officers, the attendees, the visitors, will have a great time. Yeah, so over my career, I've seen and been involved in many large-scale events. Riverfest at the beginning was a largely attended event. Playoff games such as that. But I do have to say, this is probably one of the biggest weekends I've seen in Cincinnati in my career. And I think it's amazing. It's amazing for this city. Come on down, have a good time. We'll take care of you while you're down here.
Just adding to that, I mean, you've heard other speakers say this space was specifically designed for these kinds of events. And while this is a large event, we've had events on this scale even since I've been mayor. Last year during Music Fest, all three of our stadiums were filled on the same night. The Reds were in town, FC Cincinnati was in town, both had night games during Janet Jackson's set during Music Fest last year. Also, we had Black Tech Week in town, so that weekend was packed. And you can remember, we had a lot of congestion, a lot of traffic problems. We've learned a lot from that experience from last year, and we're hoping to deal with those congestion problems more efficiently this time.
So what we're telling fans is the gates open at 4:30, and they're welcome to line up if they have a ticket. But ticketed patrons will be the only ones permitted onto the Paycor Stadium Plaza. So it's important to note for the question that was offered up earlier about the tens of thousands of fans we expect to come to the banks without a ticket. We're offering up enjoy the banks, enjoy Smale Park, enjoy the lawn at the Andrew J. Brady Music Center. Those are areas that we would offer up as a place to stay. But as far as lining up, again, the gates open at 4:30. We're anticipating lines starting to form around noon, but the gates will open at 4:30. We have a plan in place. The show will go on throughout rain. The only thing that will stop the show is lightning, and if that should show up, we've got a plan in terms of using all of our video messaging boards to communicate to the fans that are in the stadium, and that will cause some minor delays. Of course. There was brief discussion, but ultimately landed on 2 shows.
I can't hear you. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. It is imperative that if you are driving your car down to the downtown area this weekend, that you lock your doors and you take your keys out of your car. Please be responsible. Please be aware. Take every precaution that you can. Our downtown area is safe, but it will help us if you lock your car and be aware of your surroundings. Okay, thank you all so much. Enjoy the weekend.